everybody and welcome to the channel bobsales this time's next year. This history might be a slight bit longer, but with that being said, let's get into the history before we get into the drop details. The Alien film franchise is a series of science fiction horror films that are based around the creature also known as an exomorph. Alien the franchise consists of 6 feature films. As well as this, the series has released comic books, video games, and has also crossed over into the Alien vs Predator film, which as you know is a franchise in itself. The first film in the franchise, simply titled Alien, was released in 1979 and directed by Ridley Scott. The first film was produced on a very tight budget. Many of the sets and props were created using repurposed materials and found objects. For example, the ship itself was actually built using a decommissioned airplane and other salvaged material. H.R. Ginger was a Swiss artist who designed the original alien creature in the first Alien movie. He later worked on the designs for the sequels, however he was not involved in the production of all Alien features. The first film, titled Alien, follows the crew of the commercial spaceship as they investigate a distress signal on a remote planet and encounter a deadly alien species. The first film starring Sigourney Weaver as Ripley. She also had some minor roles before this, however Alien was a role that launched her career and made her a household name in Hollywood. The second film, Aliens, was released in 1986 and was directed by James Cameron. This film actually takes place several decades after the events of the first film. This film itself actually follows a team of space marines as they investigate a colony on the same planet where the original alien was discovered. By the second film, the design of the alien itself was actually looked over by James Cameron. Cameron actually wanted to make the aliens look more insect than themselves and more agile than the first movie. Cameron worked with a team of artists and designers to create the new look for the alien. This includes the warrior alien itself. Like the first film, this was a commercial success and is often regarded as one of the greatest action movies of all time. The third film, Alien 3, was released in 1992 and was directed by David Fincher. The fourth film in the franchise, Alien Resurrection, was actually released in 1997 and was directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the best pronunciation you are going to get today. In addition to the 4 main films, 2 prequels were released in 2012 and 2017. One of these, of course, was Prometheus, and the other, of course, was Alien Covenant. Both of these was actually directed by Ridley Scott, the first movie director. These films explore the origin of the alien species and the backstory of the company that created the android character known as David. Also in the Alien vs Predator franchise, the backstory of the aliens is discussed. So one of the other fun stories about Alien 1, in the cafeteria scene where the alien pops out the guy's stomach, the actors was not actually aware how gruesome this was actually going to be. The director on purposely hid the gruesomeness from the actors because he wanted to see a realistic reaction, which I think you'll agree happened. One of the other things they did to add realism was they actually added real animal skin and real animal bones and flesh to some of the hatchling eggs themselves. So I think we'll cut the history there, as I could go on about this topic all day. So with that being said, with the history being over, let's get into the drop article. So after waiting about 4 hours after the history, VeVe have finally released the drop article. Paying homage to the original sci-fi classics, 4 carbon neutral digital posters dropped on Alien Day, Wednesday the 26th of April at 12 PM. So this is 12 PM PT, so that's 8 o'clock PM UK time. All 4 of these posters do seem to be from the Ridley Scott Alien, the first movie. The min price on all these collectibles is going to be 30 gems, which I don't believe is too bad for the Alien IP. As this is a poster format, this is going to be the first edition, which hopefully that does mean we're actually going to get the first appearance in the future. First available public mint is going to be 41. A total of 90 editions will be held from each rarity for VeVe and the licensors. So the common variation is mint in 1979, and this is a Xenomorph common. The next one on the list is actually Big Chat the rare, and it's 1479 edition. The ultra rare is a Mysterious Moon and is actually mint in 1279. And last but not least, the Othermoth the secret rare, which is actually 979 editions. So that makes a total around 5,000 editions to be grabbed on the market. For me, I think the ultra rare is the worst one, and I think all the other 3 are pretty decent. decent. I must say, I am glad they're based after the first movie. The license on this is 20th Century Studios, which again is actually in the long run owned by Disney. VeVe have also included a bit about 20th Century Studios at the bottom there. Some of the other franchises included are Avatar, Alien, Planet of the Apes, Predator, Die Hard and Kingsman. There's also Deadpool and X-Men. So this is definitely a pretty decent IP to add to the collection. However, again, it is Disney. So with that being said, I don't normally go for the posters, but on this occasion, I am going to go for the posters. Price prediction wise on this one, I've got to be honest with you guys, I really haven't got a clue. All I can tell you is I'm definitely going to buy.
Get away from her, you bitch!
So as always, this time next year, we will be millionaires.